What I have for sale here is a 1968 D-Code 440 Chrysler. The block's been bored 30 over. The crank has been turned 10 on the mains and 20 on the throws. Uses stock rods. They've been resized with high-strength ARP rod bolts. The pistons are a KB Hyper-Eutectic 237 part number. The cylinder heads are the factory 906s, and these have all been rebuilt. New valve guides, new exhaust valve seats, new valves, and new springs to match the camshaft, and of course, new oil seals. On the top of the engine is a Holley Street Dominator intake. The carburetor, the Edelbrock carburetor here, does not go with the engine. I use this exclusively for breaking in engines on this test stand, and this carburetor stays with the test stand. I have a carburetor that you can use with this engine. We'll get to that shortly. So new distributor, new wires. So new aluminum water pump housing, new harmonic balancer. Like I say, all new or rebuilt components in this engine. Molly rings, oil pump, etc., etc. All my engines come with an engine assembly workbook. This lists the specs and the clearances and the tolerances in the engine. So there's no memory work involved, and you know exactly what you're getting. And you can refer to this spec sheet somewhere in the future if you ever have trouble or you want to make changes. The rotating assembly has been rebalanced. And this is your printout for the rebalancing and with the new bob weights. The camshaft is a hydraulic flat tappet camshaft. It's an Elgin grind. 466, 224 duration on the intake, 488, 234 on the exhaust. Lobe separation angle is 109 degrees with 71 degree overlap. It's a nice camshaft. It's a torquey camshaft. It pulls good manifold vacuum for those that are running power brakes. Installed at 108 degrees advanced. And again, these are the cylinder heads measured up at 88 cc's. Valve spring pressures, etc., etc. Compression ratio is 9.4 on this engine, so it's premium pump gas friendly. Like I say, the carburetor that you could use and is available with this engine is a Holley. It's a thermoquad replacement that Holley offered back in the day. It's been rebuilt. List number is 6711. It's a spread bore double pumper. So it's limited usage for this engine here. I wouldn't put this behind an automatic transmission with a mild converter. I don't think it would run right. But with a stick car, it'd be fine. Anyways, your choice. This engine was part of my Camshaft Crisis series I was doing and posting on YouTube. And unfortunately, the cam grinder I was using in Toronto, he's packed it in. So I have no cam grinder anymore, and I got no cam ground. So this is why I decided to go with one of the Elgins I had in stock here. And say it's not quite as choppy as the old Cam Dynamic Stage 2 I was using. A little bit more civil, but this camshaft will make a lot more torque than the Stage 2 would. Anyways, we'll fire it up for it and you can hear it run. Not up to operating temperature yet, around 150 degrees. Pulls good steady manifold vacuum, about 18 inches. Fuel pressure just a little less than 6 psi. And good oil pressure, like we say, not quite up to operating temperature yet though. No oil leaks, no coolant leaks. I say a mild lobe to the camshaft. Clean burning. Like I say, rings won't seat. You got to make your carburetor tuning with the engine under load. Say, a nice stout little engine build for someone that's looking for a little more torque, a little more horsepower than stock, but nothing too radical. Like you say, if you're interested, give me Tim a call at 289-439-4570 or contact me through Gmail at metalmaxmopar@gmail.com. Thanks for your time and your interest.